Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TFS Plays Vampyr. I'm Lanny, the Vampire Slayer.
I'm Grant, but this time I have fangs.
Ooh. How'd that happen? World may
It's a
never
long
know.
story.
Okay. So, Grant, as a hematologist at the top of your field,
Yeah.
How do you feel this game portrays the life of a hematologist?
Well, here's the thing. You're not hanging out in a lab coat looking at blood and throwing it into little machines to mix with chemicals to find out the components in the blood. Nearly as much as I expected.
It's true.
I
can't say we've looked at a lot of blood that we haven't drank.
That's true. What if... Okay, so... First of all, I feel like a hematologist would be infinitely curious about vampirism.
Right?
Like, I think that's, like... I feel like this guy would lock himself away in a lab and study himself for days on end if he was actually passionate about his craft.
Yeah, I know.
This seems like a guy who maybe inherited the hematologist coat.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, medical science isn't at, like, the top of its, like, game or anything right now. I mean, we're literally maybe half a generation out of, you know, you got ghosts in your blood, let's drain you with leeches. But I feel like there'd be some sort of study of what's going on here. I feel like that's kind of been glossed over a bit. Instead, we're just kind of doing vampire wet work.
It's one of the hard sciences. Maybe we didn't think too much about it. I wonder if there's a vampire!
It's an H! Come and get me.
He set up a blood bomb!
Ow. Shit. Not what I meant to do, actually. Step through it. Yeah, step into the grand tool. Ow! Fuck me!
To be fair, their gunshots don't seem like they're doing as much damage.
Not as much, certainly. Also, my stun damage is, like, off the...
You're really getting with that.
I feel like hit stun seems to be optional on some of these things.
Maybe if they're powerful enough, they can just get through some stuff.
Ah, the cooldown on my claw. Ah, thank God these people are just carrying around their glass vials and grease. So am I making this area healthier by killing the vampire slayers, or worse? Like,
they seem to be hunting in an unhealthy way.
Yeah, it's like not optional.
We should check those out.
Yeah, I feel like those places are the places that you'd go into to make places healthier. Optional little vampire-filled dungeons.
Let's clean out these dead inside rooms.
So I'd have several questions. So how much real estate do you have that you can just have a corpse building?
All right, now can you set a blood bomb up here and just blow up both those guys?
Yes.
Ah,
but I missed one. Oh, fuck! Bye. Fire bad!
we don't like fire! I get the bite has other uses, but I wish it did more damage. Like, I wish it...
Yeah,
I wish there was like a refill bite and a murder bite. Like,
yeah.
I wish you could choose. Like, alright, this is gonna be a more sappy bite, whereas this one's gonna be like, I'm just gonna be rending flesh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rip your throat out here.
Because tearing down that stun meter seems like a good excuse to be like, and then you do a sick ton of damage.
That being said, I'm betting the end game bite is, like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Although everything else will be scaled by then, too. Who knows? Hard to say.
The wall.
Yeah, I bet this was once a real nice part of town. Hi, guys. Oh, whoops. Accidentally wrong thing. Roger the Wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this guy's like got a name. Or if they all have names, I'm just not paying attention. No, those guys don't.
Nah, just Roger the Wall Buckensworth or whatever the fuck the last name is. I can make it up.
What about him?
All in all, it's just another bite in the wall.
Ah, okay.
He got out of his own blood bomb. But how do you feel when your heart's exploding? Like that. I wonder if I should be killing the lackeys first. They seem easy enough to
If you
dodge.
cut off the head, you'll scare him away.
Oh, Jesus!
Wow. All right. That works.
Yeah, I guess I did kill the lackeys first on accident. But... Oh, fuck. Okay, I've used up a lot of stamina. So I'll just heal up using my blood magic. Nice try. All right. Now we can eat you. Ow! Stop being a dick, the wall. There.
Jesus!
What? Just be dead. Now we'll never know the deep lore that is the wall.
Yeah.
This is where we got stuck last time.
Fucking Oswald's lover shows up and he's like, but luckily I found a new man. His name's Roger the Wall and he'll protect me.
He's solid, a solid foundation that I need in my life.
Fortunately, this is I was in a dark place, but I needed him, and my life led me to him.
Can't wait to go home and just snuggle into his chest, smell his musk.
You hear he's been patrolling the streets all night to keep us safe. What a good man he is.
I mean, he's a little odd. He believes in vampires, but
he's a bit of a superstitious fella, but you know, he donates every coin he makes protecting our cities to the local orphanages and hospitals. Without him, this community would fall apart. Mark my words.
This guy have free lunch? No, he's just dead.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all!
Well, that's yeah, okay.
Hold on, are these guys we can talk out of this?
Hey, how's it going, dude?
Okay.
You get shot?
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Bleh.
Remember it. Now bugger off.
Now piss off.
My name's Albert. Keep it in mind. Now get the fuck away.
Apparently I already know who he's looking for.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The wet boot
Was that
boys
Roger?
have accepted your
Oh no, it was the Wet Boot Boys. The vampire dude dropped that.
I'll be free soon.
There is no freedom.
free. You may soon find out.
We're nihilists here.
One set of shackles.
Everybody serves a master.
None of which concern
Which
me.
one is
Don't
yours?
worry about someone
Is it
else.
coin?
I'm
Is
fine
it
about
sex?
you
Is it
here.
drugs?
Or a combination.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you. Apparently Cox has a thing for her. Do I care enough?
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything.
Borrowed it.
Just wanted to use some.
It'll pass through me body eventually, then he can have it back.
Yeah.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here.
Ever
Bastard
since the
was a soldier
government
in the war, so now he's got the right to
illegalized
shoot me.
marijuana, I can't get me highs.
Familiar with this part of town.
I know a little bit more about this Benjamin
I said
Palmer
sod
now.
off. Go find yourself another guide.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
I get the high-class drugs.
What?
Boozing's for
Shooting
commoners.
a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man.
I just got violent tendencies.
Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
You'd be surprised.
All right, well, let's start with the personal questions. God, hints about this boy.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit
It
him.
wasn't public, we was private.
I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just...
It was an
played me
ABC
last
conversation between A and B, and you should see your way out of
What
it.
is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
You can't bring me back to that life!
Don't take me back to the front
Me
lines.
in a straitjacket locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
That is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Do you think the Y in the title is to represent how there's usually
It's a
3
pity
choices
the
in
doctors
something?
still
Maybe.
practice such barbaric methods. It's a
Either that or
dishonor
it's
to
just
our
so that they can
profession.
trademark it.
Only the pills stop me thinking about
I guess
this
that works
shit.
too.
To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
You learn something about him. He's afraid of the dark.
Do you know Nurse
Also, this
Dorothy
dude must be
Crane
drunk
from the
off his
Pembroke
ass, but
Hospital?
now he's barely
Have you
able to
heard of
stand, it looks like.
Funny, I'll be
Either that or
searching
he's just
for
way
a
up on the
I
opium.
need some pills. The woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary.
Ah.
Oh.
Now we're learning.
Nurse Dorothy
A
Crane
gun,
isn't just some good
alcohol,
nurse,
and
she's
bad
a
temper
cover-up.
make a terrible
Yeah.
man, sir.
Possible.
Goodbye for now.
Well, anyway, I'm just gonna awkwardly stand here, maybe follow you for a bit, and then mosey on back into this alley by myself where nothing bad could happen.
Gotta be careful around Whitechapel. Place is serious. Not a door. Swear to
still
God, he was
think-
like hovering for a sec.
Still think one of my favorite bits was in the Halloween DLC of Red Dead Redemption. And you're in the town, and the one guy's just like, I'm just gonna go in this dark alleyway where nothing's gonna get me.
Yeah.
And then just gets immediately mauled.
Yeah.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested
Red Dead's
in
such a
a
fun
miraculous
game.
cure for this
Rockstar
unknown
knows how to make something just.
Really hoping that next one's good.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Then you have come to the
I was
right place.
Not
shocked
gonna
that
lie,
we
Red
didn't.
Dead Redemption might be one of my favorite games of the last generation.
It was, yeah, way up there for me. I was really surprised we didn't see anything at E3 from it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta SWANBOROUGH, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
We have Swansea, Swanborough.
Oh, she sells things. What do you
I'd
sell,
like
lady?
to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Mostly opium.
Lots and lots of drugs, sir.
Swanborough cordials. We also sell liquor. Tartrate, sodium hypochlorate solution. This is all ingredients, and I know nothing.
Don't know what you're crafting.
Good evening,
Exactly.
my dear colleague.
You know anything about Dorothy
Do you
Crane?
know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing.
And I hate her for it.
I'm just out here trying to make an honest dollar off my bids, Ace.
I just think, you know, healthcare isn't a right, it's
Goodbye,
a
Miss
privilege.
Swanborough.
And that the poor folks should have to
And
pay
the,
for
and
it.
the poor can't afford it, therefore shouldn't have it.
I can't just keep this fox on me for
Where
no
do you think
reason.
this money's gonna come from?
For the SWANBOROUGH cordial.
I have to keep buying my fox shoals. Otherwise, the fox shoal merchant's gonna go out of business, and then the economy's fucked.
Straight fact.
Look, I'm just saying, there are people out there that have to make helicopters, okay? If I'm not there to buy it,
It's a good knock.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good
I don't
evening,
think
sir.
he's done rendering.
Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy.
I'm still
Crane.
loading, Doctor, please.
No goodbye.
I'm afraid this.
I always thought Darius was a cool sounding name.
Yeah.
If I was to ever make a story
Well,
with a
I'm afraid
villain.
I'm going to
If,
close
if
this
a character in
door
a
right now.
story I make
Go
named
bother
Darius shows
someone
up, he's
else,
probably
Mr.
actually
Doctor.
the real villain. Gonna go ahead and tell you guys that.
All right. Just be careful.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
What are you up to, old man? And why do you got bronchitis?
I got bronchitis. Man, is that meme like 10 years old yet? How long has it been? Feels like it's been forever.
There we go. Now we'll stare at him. It feels pretty old.
Dr. Dorothy Crane is always covered in blood.
She just has a fucking butcher's smock. Like, I'm willing to bet she's selling organs.
His clothes were too
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
That stray poet.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me.
We should eliminate him. I am within eyeshot.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
I gotta pick up these leads and murder every vampire hunter on my way.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
As you do. There are so many people, holy shit.
Don't be afraid. Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask
Barrett
you a
has
few
many
questions,
wares.
if you don't mind.
Is this man just a giant hobbit?
Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time
It's
to
gold,
wait,
Jerry.
but at this hour of
Gold!
the night, I can hardly refuse.
What are you selling?
Right then. Show me what you have.
Show me what you've got. Okay. Tiny good handle part. Oh my god, there's so many things. I think I need aluminum powder, though, for some of this stuff, so I'll just buy a couple of these. God damn, I do not get a lot of shillings. What's your deal?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions.
I'm just a grown-up paperboy. Don't mind
I
me.
didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
Hi, my name's
I'm
Joe
not a journalist,
Statham.
I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
Could you look at me rectum? I feels like it's something wrong down there.
I'm afraid I'm not that kind of doctor.
For your service, sir.
What good is you?
Have you heard
Good
of a
for everything
nurse
but the
named
arsehole,
Dorothy
sir.
Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
What about your... Oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
All right. Find Clayton. Not Clayton.
Is he the stray poet? Sure looks like it.
Oh, man. This guy's fucking into whatever he's doing.
And then I take the bitch and I bring her up like that. Anyway, I gotta go.
And this is how I go Super Saiyan.
If you went Super Saiyan, would your hands be open like this, or would you clench your fists?
I feel like gotta clench him. I did not know that that was the truncation for father.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I didn't see it.
I just
FR dot.
Oh, okay.
Scientist.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You
There.
are
Huh.
much more lost than I thought, my son.
For Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
Ooh.
Have you any friends? Any family left?
Do you have any friends just anywhere, Father?
No. I wouldn't be missed if I disappeared. Even my flock has left.
He is so devoted.
Does a man of the cloth, you know, get to ever have fun?
Woe is my virgin delectable blood.
Yeah, we just look at his blood. It's like 100%. Just
Super pure.
never sinned.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
I've seen Pulp Fiction.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and
Like, you
evil
killed him?
grows
Oh, we
night
walked through
after
there.
night.
That place is fine. Just lots of
We
vampires.
cleaned it out for you.
Kinda. I already know where Dr.
I
Dorothy
have had
Crane
enough
is.
for tonight. Goodbye.
You, Clayton?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with this part of town. Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a
Now, what were
journalist.
race relations
My
like
name
in
is
this
Jonathan.
point?
That's what I'm wondering right now. Like,
would we have had a black reporter?
like he looks like really high class, right?
Yeah.
For like this time in this country. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, I am asking genuinely. Like, I'm not sure. I know America's history with
Yeah, I know.
racism
I
and
know what
stuff.
was going on around.
I don't know what the rest of the world was doing in genuine honesty and ignorance here.
I know what was going on in America in the early 1900s, late 1800s, but
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby.
He's
I
a
care
time
about
traveler.
yeah, he looks like a millennial. Like he looks like he's got a Men's Warehouse suit.
I'm here I'm writing a piece on my website. Don't worry about it, sir.
The Pembroke Hospital with Bring.
Without a doubt, you are.
Do you
a
follow
damn
my
fine
gram?
Journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice?
Don't
a
worry,
man
Clayton's
named
just my Finsta
Darius?
name.
I don't know much.
What do you think of this, Mr. Darby? I don't know, Mr. Joester.
Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out.
Yes.
Unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
This guy looks like he might be like the curmudgeon principal in like a Nickelodeon movie.
He has no relatives at all.
No.
Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses.
So most
These
people.
days, you can usually find him behind the church.
So, okay. Did I already ask this one?
I read that as an underground magical dispensary and got real
I still
interested.
have questions about that Darius fellow.
I don't know much about the man. He's
Okay,
very
so
cautious.
yeah, I did ask this
Never
one.
goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends.
He's a bit of a recluse, that one.
How about you? What about you? Do I know anything about you? No. All right. Bye.
Goodbye, man.
Let's go behind this church here. Find that Mr. Nethercroft dude.
Back behind the church.
Only good things happen behind the church. Oh, of course, the fence ends here.
Man, if I had the power to time travel and there was rumor of like, well, 18th century London had a bunch of vampires, but we stomped it out eventually.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, I have to see that.
I just gotta see something, you know, like what's up with
But
that?
then I might bring vampirism back with me.
Ooh.
Okay, that's my new sci-fi horror novel.
Time traveling vampire.
Time traveling man goes back in time to innocently observe the very, very brief vampire phenomenon in 18th century London and accidentally brings it to 2020 or whatever.
Ooh.
Which
And then little do you
shows
know,
my age right there. I referred to 2020 as a distant future year.
and then little do you know, like the twist at the end is it was never actually vampirism. You were just like the main character was just dying of the Spanish
he was
flu.
Just obsessed.
And he was dying of the Spanish
Yeah.
flu and
I
hallucinating.
must also be a vampire.
It's the only way around it. And I think we'll have to deal with that dude over there next time on TFS Plays Vampyr.